floor work today. We're going to use just one weight. I'm going to go with one 5-pound weight. Use any amount of weight you're comfortable with. And then we're going to lay down on our side. So we're going to come down and just make a little pillow for your head with your bicep. So we're laying down here, and then my knees are bent on a slight diagonal. And I have a straight line from my tailbone to my feet. So if you drew a straight line, it's going to touch your heels. And then I want you to lift your waist away from the mat here. So it doesn't matter if you're still touching the mat, that's okay. We just want this lifting sensation to get a nice long spine so we don't have this dip in the spine. And then we're gonna place our top hand on our weight, and then I want you to just take your top leg. We're gonna lift, extend, and bend lower. We're extending the leg so it's in line with the rest of the body, okay? So it's going straight out from the hip, and our knee is pointed straight ahead of us. We want to avoid any external rotation in the hip here, so try not to allow your knee to twist up towards the ceiling. A good way to check that is pinky toe lifted, big toe pointed down. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and then we're going to add on. So we're gonna lift that leg, hold it there, and then we take the arm up, arm lowers, leg lowers. Up, up, down, down. And the weight is optional. If you're finding it's not working for you, just go without it. You're gonna feel a lot of core work here. Trying to stabilize the body as we move in pieces. We have that nice static hold with the leg. Let's do 4 more. 3. You got this. 2 more. 1. Let's lift and lower the arm and leg together. Exhale up, inhale down. Try to keep lifting the waist away from the mat. You have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take it back up, and then from here, just a little tiny lift with the leg. Nice and small. Try to keep your foot from dropping below the starting point. So just think up and stop for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can bring everything down. Good job. We're gonna come up to seated, and then take that top leg right over your bottom leg. We're gonna have a nice tall spine. Just hug it in. Good work. So outer thigh, outside of your glutes, tons of core work. We got the shoulder, we got the arm. So very whole body with those, even though we're just laying down. That's my favorite kind of exercise. All right, friends, so we're gonna keep that same moving leg. So the same leg that was your mover continues to be our mover. And then your weight is optional here. I'll show you both options. So you're gonna take your hand across the mat here. So forearm goes across the mat. Option 1 is place your opposite palm right by your hand. This is gonna be your most stable option. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're gonna take your weight and place it at the top corner of your mat. From here, we're gonna tuck the toes under, feet are flexed, pull your ribs in, and then that same leg that was your mover, you're gonna just lift it up with a flex foot, 90-degree bend, and lower. Good, so we're keeping the belly button, both hip bones pointed down at the floor. We're not allowing for the hip to open here. 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're gonna take it down. I want you to point the toe. We're gonna lift, extend, bend, lower. Good, and we're focusing on the length of the leg, not the height. I'm not trying to lift super high. I don't want my spine to bend here. And if you're feeling a ton of movement in your core, I want you to just get rid of the weight. Put your palm down next to your supporting hand. 3, 2, 1, and then let's take the leg back out. From here, make sure your gaze is about at the end of your mat, and then just that leg, little tiny bend, extend. I want you to really just focus on that extend here. The bend is so tiny, it just kind of happens automatically when we stop focusing on that really straight leg. So I want you to just think about a reach, reach, reach for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it straight, little tiny lift. Little tiny micro lift. Give your glute a little squeeze at the top. Little lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You can bring your knee down. You can set your weight down. And then we're going to walk the knees out wide and just sit back for child's pose. Great work, friends. Walking the fingertips out. Tailbone pressing back. Good. And then let's walk it up. We're going to switch sides. We're going to lay down on the other side. Bring your weight with you. You can just place it on the mat for now. Make a pillow for your head. And then we bend our knees so that our heels are in line with our tailbone. So knees are slightly in front. And we're going to grab the weight and we lift the waist away from the mat. So that's going to align the hip bones and the spine. Let's take our top leg. We're going to just lift, extend, bend, lower. Lift, extend, bend, lower. That little lift in the waist just gets everything activated here, really makes this a whole body exercise. 4 more. 3. Here's 2. And then this will be our last one. Good, we're gonna add on. So we're gonna lift it up and hold. Arm goes up, arm goes down, and then we bring the leg down. So we're just doing this staggered lift, static hold with the leg. Adds a lot of core challenge. Good, 4 more, please. 3. 2. Last one. And then let's do arm and leg together. So we're gonna just go up and lower. Really controlled here. Couple more. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to take it back up from here, just a little tiny lift with the leg. Stretching that leg super straight, little lift. Lift 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, good job. You can gently walk yourself up to seated, and then we're gonna take that top leg and just cross it right over our bottom leg, and then find the floor with both sit bones. We're grounding both sit bones. We're sitting up nice and tall. Maybe give this leg a little hug in, or just have it crossed. That might be enough. And if this doesn't work for your hips or knees, you can just do diamond legs. Hug it in. All right, friends, awesome work. We are going to come back down to our knees, and then your weight can come with you. It's optional. So remember, we've got that same moving leg that was on top. We're gonna take the hand across the mat, and then option 1 is just placing your palm right next to your supporting hand. This is gonna be your most stable option. And if you want a little bit more core stability challenge, you're gonna place your weight about at the top corner of your mat. We're gonna draw the ribs in, elongate the spine, and then you can tuck the toes under if you like. We're gonna take the leg up, keeping our foot flexed, 90-degree bend. Try to keep your gaze out at the edge of your mat here. Try not to watch your moving leg. I noticed I was doing it. Constant adjustments. And up. Let's do 4. 3. If you find your ribs splaying out, I want you to go to just your palm. Get rid of the weight. 2. Last one, friends. From here, we're gonna point the toe and then we're gonna take the leg long and bend. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears so you're not shrugging up. Reach. 4. 3, try not to power through, nice and slow. 2. One more time, and we're gonna take the leg back out. From here, super straight leg, I want you to do a tiny bend, extend. So you can see how tiny the bend in my knee is. I'm not actively bending, I'm just releasing that super straight. So I want you to just think stretch. Stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna hold the stretch, little tiny lift. Little tiny lift, good. So making sure we're not changing the shape of the spine with the lift. If that's happening, I want you to drop your leg down, work a little bit lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee down, set your weight down. We're gonna bring our palms out in front of us, walk the knees wide, and then just sit back, child's pose. Let's take another breath here. A big inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth and walk it up. All right, friends, you can set your weight aside. I'm gonna switch to my lighter weights. I'm gonna use my ball and my 3-pound weight. So if you don't have a ball, you can just grab like a cushion, a little pillow, roll up a towel or something just to press into. And then we're gonna come to seated, placing the ball between the inner thighs. So kind of close to the knees here. Feet are gonna press into the mat. We're gonna grab the weights. And then from here, we're gonna just take the arms out in front. I have my palms turned inward. Sit up really, really tall, lengthening the spine, shoulders down. Big inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna draw the belly button towards the spine. We're gonna start to roll back, tucking the tailbone under. We're gonna do a little half roll down and roll up. Exhale, inhale up. So we're drawing our belly button in towards the spine, and then we're just kind of articulating. It's a little half roll down, tailbone tucks under, nice and slow. For 4, you can always get rid of the weights if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna take it back down. So from here, make sure you have this nice round spine, and then your neck is also gonna curve. So you have a slight nod to your chin, and then we're gonna take one arm, you're gonna just lower and lift. Good, so keep a squeeze on the ball. That's gonna activate inner thighs, pelvic floor, help you to engage those lower abs. Good, you're here for 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna switch sides. You're gonna just take it down and lift. Good, keeping a squeeze on that ball, keeping the belly pulling in. 4, 3, 2, last one. We're gonna turn our palms down, and then I want you to pull your arms in. We're gonna reach up, lower, reach out. Good, trying to keep everything else really still. You can always, if you need more support, you can take your ball out from the knees and place it behind your lower back. Good, let's do 4 more. 3, 2, last one, and then let's take the arms back up overhead. From here, we're gonna just do a little lift, little tiny lift. You got this. I'm just coming up like a 1/4 inch, little lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Good work. You can set your weights aside.